Hi people. I do want to talk about um, Mr. Toriyama again, and yeah, like I want to talk about him again. I grew up watching his movies mostly my whole life since I was a wee little boy. Um, I grew up mostly my whole life watching movies, watching all his movies, his shows, his series. But I do want to watch his other works he actually did done. Like, I heard he made Doctor Slump, and that's basically practically related in the same universe as Dragon Ball. And I heard he made another manga. Um, it's called Dragon something. I can't really name it on the top of my head. It has kind of like the same style as Dragon Ball. Um, yeah, but I never played the games. I did play a bit of the games, but not really dive so into them. Like literally, when you do look at it, like I did make that video about Ghost in the Shell. He was the one who literally did, you know, he was practically the first, you know, person who actually introduced me to anime. But Ghost in the Shell, what really skyrocketed me, to watch more animes. Um, but when you do look at it, he was the first who introduced me to the whole anime scenery of things and stuff like that. Watching movies and anime movies and stuff like that. And yeah, I do want to say to all his family too, like my condolences and everything else. I hope he's in a better place with all his relatives and his ancestors in heaven. He was truly an artist in his work and his craft, and what I've seen of his, like you've seen in the other video. Um, he was truly an artist. Like my favorite, I don't, I'm not really a big fan of the Z, but I'm more a big fan of the Dragon Ball series. Um, it, Dragon Ball was awesome. Like I'm not really a, well, I'm more of a fan of the original and not the fan of the Z franchise. I'm more of a fan of the Dragon Ball franchise, as the one he made in the '80s and stuff like that. He was truly an artist of his own craft, and he was truly an artist, and he was a legend in the manga comic book industry in Japan and all across the world. And the thing is, you know, I don't know if anybody gave him this title. I'm going to give it to him anyway. Um, he is the king of anime slash manga. Like, literally, he is the king of anime slash manga. The king. The king of anime slash manga. You know, I'm very truthful with my words and everything else. He's literally the king. And I don't know if anybody gave him that title, you know, because his stuff was always, what I heard in Japan and everything else, and all across the world, when shows and series and movies were getting released internationally, worldwide. Um, he was truly a legend in the anime manga, you know, Hall of Fame, you know. And he's truly the king of anime slash manga. I grew up watching, well, the first I watched Dragon Ball Z. I used to watch it on the morning show on Cheese TV every morning when I used to go to school. Um, and watch GT2 on that too. Um, it's just sad to, like, the, you know, he was such a legend in his craft, in his work, and within his knowledge of his own art and work. He was truly an artist. You know, he created this world out of his own mind. You know, and practically he based the character Goku. If I'm, well, I'm not. Yeah, I am correct. He based it on the Monkey King, the mythology story of China. He was truly a legend, and in, you know, he's truly is the king of manga and slash anime. He was just a king. He was a king of it. You know, it's like this is going down as, you know, when Michael Jackson died. It feels like it. It really feels like it. You know, he made a lot of people's childhood. Not just me. People all around the world, men and women and children, all around the world. Especially my friends too, who I know on Facebook. And I used to have Dragon Ball games too. I did want to mention on there. I did play Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, and that was a pretty good game too. And I heard it's another game. It's like, they're making now, and I'm thinking of getting it. Um, don't know what it's called. Yeah, I'm going to get that game too when it comes out. They're in the makings of it. And he made like all these beautiful stories, you know, like through Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Super, and especially the movies in between. Like, and I didn't watch this other one yet. Like, it's called Dragon Ball something D. I can't really name it on the top of my head. Um, he made that one too, and he was truly the king of what he did. And I don't know if anybody gave him that title, and I'm giving that to him, and I'm proudly giving it to him. And he's truly the king of anime slash manga. I said that so many times, I'm like a broken record. And I should know, I have records, and I have a lot of records. Some of them skipping everything else. Um, I just screwed up watching these movies, series. I'm lost for words. I don't feel like I want to cry yet. I'm just dissolving it in. Just dissolving it. I'm just gonna leave it as that. You know, Mr. Toriyama, you are truly the king of anime slash manga. And God bless you.